Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Setting up the lock and load iron press kit. First thing I've done, I've bolted it down onto my bench. And now we're going to go through and start adding each individual component. So I've also added the handle, and Hornady's got me digging deep. Luckily, I've got a raft of larger wrenches, so 15/16. You don't want to tighten this all the way down, but you do want to set up the retaining nut. All right, so our handle is tight now. Now we're going to set up the auto prime. So I'll get the parts out, which are right here, and we'll dig into that. 1 second. Well, I was going to do kind of like a little review on how it all works. Problem is the auto prime shuttle stopper did not arrive with the press. Hornady is sending me a couple. If I don't think I went over this, this is the case trimming setup for trimming length of your case, or you can put in where are they? Up in here. You can put some deburring stuff in there too, and deburr as well. So we've got all that set up. One thing that I didn't have and I didn't realize, and I need it before I do anything because I don't want to scratch my dies, I don't want to damage the system. I need a cleaning tumbler, and this is the only lube I have. I'd rather have their one shot than the unique lube. I think this is a wax, not a, I gotta look. This works. I mean, you put it on your, yeah, it's a wax. But I can't really do that until I clean my brass. I really, like, you know, this is an investment and I don't want to damage it. So we're going to hold off on reviewing how it works until I can clean my brass. This guy's set up. I've got dies for 7 mil. I've got dies for 6.5. We've got the powder measure. Here we have our digital scale as well, digital calipers. And now this is what I was waiting for. I didn't want to do anything with my dies until I could clean my brass, because some of it's been sitting in boxes for a while and has some not corrosion but staining on it or whatever. And I've read in different stuff that depending on what's on the brass, you can actually scratch these guys, and I don't want to do that right off the hop, and I don't want to get that jammed up as well. I do have a stuck case remover kit coming. I don't have that yet, so I don't want to take any chances. So we're going to clean our brass before we actually put it into the press. I've got to clean those dies before I use them, so we do have now brake cleaner, which some of the guys have told me is what they use to clean them before they start using their dies. And I wanted to get the Hornady one-shot lube. A lot of people online are using that on the clean casings before they're actually using them in here. So this is an older, what was it? Yeah, this is an older 7 mil from a few years ago. And I mean, it's not horrible, but the neck, you can see, if this thing will focus for me, I want that to be cleaned up. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to throw what I have here. I've got a whole bunch in the house, but I've just got 2 boxes, one 6.5 and one 7 mil. We're going to dump them in, make sure they're all spent, and there's nothing in them when they come out, so we're good. That was from playing around with the 6.5 this year that I just got. So we're going to run that for a bit, and I haven't read on how long. The thing can be set for 30 minutes up to 8 hours, so, and it said length is dependent on your desired result. So I'm going to be leaving here in a little bit, so I'm not going to leave it running while I'm gone. So we'll put it on for maybe an hour, 45 minutes or something. So I'm going to do that, and we'll come back later on and have a chat about more stuff. Thanks for watching. So we are now tumbling. I don't have a clue whether this is a good speed or if it should be faster on the tumble. I kind of feel like it should be faster, but I'm going to run it for an hour and see what kind of a result we get. It is tumbling. These things are going up and down and up and down, so I don't know, but I feel like it could be a little faster. But again, we'll see. So that's it for now. So I'm about 45 minutes in, and I don't know if this is going to focus for me. It's taking a lot of the the heavy corrosion off the end of it. They're staying. Oh, I had it. There you go. There's still a bit more to be done. Come on, focus there. So you can see a little bit of corrosion still on the end of the neck, the opening of the neck. So I'll put it in for another probably hour, but it's working. It's nice and shiny. Cleaning it up. I could add brass polish if I wanted to, but I don't want to get into that. I want to keep my media dry if I can. So this is a couple hours on the 6.5 PRCs. They weren't as dirty, but it's taken all the corrosion off of them for sure. Now let's see if we can find a 7mm. That's 6.5. Oh, that's a 7mm. That's cleaned up quite nicely. Yeah, that's a couple-year-old shell there. Last thing I need is, I might not do it this time around, but I want to anneal the necks. I've been told that that will definitely prolong the life of them, so that they don't work harden too much. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I guess for the more soiled ones, 2 hours works out good. Okay, so I've finished tumbling them. I'm quite happy with how they've turned out. Now we're just sifting to get all the media out, separated from the shells here. All right, we'll open it up. I believe I should have deprimed them before I started cleaning them, because I think if I had the primers out, it would have cleaned in the primer pocket. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Well, I put some brass polish in them. It would help. I'll put all my 7mm together, because I don't want to mix them up with the 6. Not that I'm going to, but 7mm. 7mm. Dooby-dooby-doo. Oh, that's a 7mm. You gotta be careful if you make some more like this. Anyway, that's that. I'm going to deprime them. I might put them in the cleaner again. All right, we've deprimed everything. Just got a text. So they're deprimed. I don't really want to change my dyes over for 6.5, so I'll just pick these out, make sure all the media is out of them. So we'll store them for later. Next, I think I'm going to get some annealing paste on Amazon. I just got to see what temperature I need. So you anneal the necks, like I said, which I should have done before I pressed them, because now I've work hardened them once, but I can take that work hardening out of them by annealing them. All right, as long as there's no cracking on this first go around, which I don't see any. What you've watched so far has been done over like 2 weeks, because as I get into this, I realize the parts and pieces that I don't have that I need. So I'm still waiting on the part here. It is coming. We spoke with Hornady and registered the press. And I've been depriming and neck sizing. Full length die on the 7mm. You know what I just realized? I haven't put my one shot to these before I started doing this. Okay, I wondered why that press was so hard. It's because I didn't lube them up. Lucky I didn't jam something there. This die, I mean, those of you that already know, you see that little nub there, that knocks the primer out, and then the rest of it resizes full length, I guess. So that should be dry enough. So it should be a little smoother. Those Winchester ones are a little rougher. Haven't dug into the PRC stuff yet, and we're going to do 7mm first and go from there. So far, so good. I'm doing little stages, I guess. So stay tuned. Once I get my auto prime part, we'll go to this other die and put our bullets in once we do the powder. I guess powder will be next after this is all done and I get my part. So anyway, stay tuned.